What's up, everybody? This is Betty Garza, your local realtor right here in South Florida. And today we are going to be talking about the 5 worst things about living in Palm Beach County, Florida. And we're getting at it right here. All right, guys, so my first topic about 5 worst reasons of living in Palm Beach County is traffic congestion. And I so happen to be on I-95, which is one of our main highways here in Florida, and this highway goes to other states as well. Though it's a Saturday morning, I'm driving right now, but when I turn my camera around, when I tell you that this exact street and ways that I was taking yesterday, it took me probably 30 minutes more just because it was a Friday and people were going to and from work. I mean, it was ridiculous. It flowed, but it was nothing like it is now. Let me go ahead and show you guys. So I am way south compared to Palm Beach County right now. This is down in Broward and Miami. Though, just to give you an idea, this is I-95. When I tell you that it was not bumper to bumper, but it was definitely like a cluster. And it took me 30 minutes more to get to my destination just because of the traffic. Now, they have widened our highways and roads. That's why there's also constantly construction going on, because we did have a lot of people move here in the last few years compared to other years. So, you know, they have to keep it up to date and keep it to accommodate the population increase. So traffic has to be at the top of my list as far as the top 5 reasons, worst reasons about living in Palm Beach County is the traffic. But the fact that they continue to build and widen roads and accommodate the population increase is a good way to look at it. I've been to other cities such as like Atlanta, Georgia. Traffic is constantly bad in the city there. You know, the downtown area here as far as West Palm, they continue to do construction to accommodate and make the roads better, wider, things like that. So I think that constant change will be there just because Florida is a very popular state where people want to live. I mean, they come here for the beaches and the sunshine and the fact that we don't have a lot of cold months here. Okay, and so my second top 5 worst reason about living in Palm Beach County is, of course, cost of living. Palm Beach County is known as, you know, the expensive real estate that we have. As you've known, we've had a very big change in the last few years due to reasons that everyone knows. The real estate market had gotten a little chaotic, a little crazy. The prices did go up. People did build a lot of equity within their home. Like I said before, Florida was one of the top states where people were moving to, wanted to come, because a lot of our areas were still open. After a few months of a shutdown, parks were back open and beaches were back open. Different places were open as long as they were following the regulations required to then remain in business. And even within parks, you had to stay 6 feet apart. That being said, with real estate at a certain price point and things like that, it does tend to make cost of living a little higher. It's still lower than some other states and some other areas, but Palm Beach County is up there. So I have to point that out as a negative as far as living here in Palm Beach County. But as far as numbers and the market here, people are still buying, people are still selling. The market is still moving. I don't want to make it seem like it's not, or it's a scary thing. It's just a matter of reviewing numbers and going through that. If you are financing a home when looking to relocate here, then reviewing those numbers with your lender, having those conversations with me as your real estate agent or my team, and we can kind of get through those things. Every time I work with a buyer, when they're thinking about relocating within the state or to the state, we always review those kinds of things. We talk about insurance, we talk about areas, prices, associations, if there is one associated with the property, things like that. So no worries. And also, if you're finding this information useful, definitely give me that thumbs up, click that subscribe button or ring that bell so that you're notified every time I post a new video, which is weekly. It's all we talk about. Me and my team absolutely love hearing from you. You can text us, email us, call us. Don't be afraid, pick up the phone, click on the link so that we could set up a one-on-one with me and we can do a Zoom call and chit chat a little bit more about what it is you're looking for. We absolutely love hearing from you guys, and we look forward to you doing one of those three. Send me a smoke signal, pigeon carrier, whatever it takes to get a hold of me. Can't wait to hear from you. Okay, so reason number 3, of course, is hurricane risk, right? Florida, just like any other states, we have certain Mother Nature things that we cannot avoid, right? And Florida is known for hurricanes. And I was born and raised here, so I've lived through many hurricanes, and guess what? I'm still here. So it's scary sometimes going through it, but as long as you prepare and you follow certain guidelines and your home has the hurricane protection that it requires, guys, don't worry, you'll get through it. Hurricanes just like a really bad thunderstorm. And there's also insurances that cover the risk of that damage. And so, not to say that you don't want to worry about hurricanes, but as far as preparing for them, you do get warning. I feel that, compared to other natural disasters and things like that, you don't get to prepare for certain ones, right? With a hurricane, we do get warnings. If you watch the local news on a regular basis, they track storms that are coming and that are way out there, way ahead of time. We have some pretty good news crews that will update you on a daily basis as far as anything that is forming out in the ocean, so you can prepare. Some people do evacuate the state when hurricanes come along, so if you have that luxury, then you can do that. Most locals just kind of stick it out within their home, but if there is a mandatory evacuation that is put in place, you definitely are warned with that. Just kind of follow the guidelines and be prepared. And it is a risk here in Palm Beach County as far as hurricanes. All right, number 4 in the 5 worst reasons and things about Palm Beach County and living here is the heat and humidity. Along with the wonderful sunshine and the beautiful beaches, you do have to deal with heat and humidity. Now, with that being said, in the summer, we do get into the 90s, close to 100. Some days do go over 100. Just be prepared when you are going out for the day, for work, to the mall, whatever it is. Definitely carry a bottle of water with you. If your car is one that you can start it before you get into it, you'll definitely want to do that. If you got leather seats and you're wearing a pair of shorts, be prepared to sit in your seat and get burnt. So little things like that you got to get used to if it's not hot where you're from. But you kind of get used to it, like such as today, we are in the month of July, we're actually in the month of August. But the last couple months have been brutally hot, but you kind of get used to it. You do hairdos like I am right now. You put your hair up in a bun. You kind of tend to get things done early in the morning before it gets really hot, like midday. If you're one that likes to exercise, be outdoors, definitely get that done early in the morning or towards the end of the day when the sun is going down and it's a little bit cooler. But if you're one that is going to go out in the middle of the day, definitely that's going to be a struggle because it does get pretty hot. Again, with a nice plan or ways around it, there's still ways to do what you love outside. Like I said, maybe put the windows down before you get in your car. You're going to plan a day at the park, do it nice and early, or bring a tent, make sure you have some shade, bring the umbrella to the beach if you're gonna be out at the beach. At the end of the day, it's still beautiful. You still enjoy days at the beach, at the pool, things like that, because it's nice and sunny. I've only lived in South Florida, so I have to say I would take the heat over any snow any day. And last but not least, reason number 5 on the 5 worst things about living in Palm Beach County is limited public transportation. I've been to cities like New York, and of course they have so many different options there as far as subway, bus. Public transportation is a big thing there. We do have public transportation here as well. We have city buses. They just, of course, opened up the Bright Line, which is one of my favorites. And I believe they do have day passes if it's something that you do on a daily basis that's available. I've taken the Bright Line from Palm Beach County to Miami, Aventura, and yesterday, dealing with that traffic that I was talking about earlier in this video, I wished that I had taken the Bright Line to Aventura because the place where I was for the day was less than a mile away. And so Bright Line is one of the newest public transportation options that we have here. They do have another train that has been around for a while. So there are some options, but I think that it's limited compared to other major cities where public transportation is more of an option that people use as far as going to and from work. So that has to be my reason number 5, as far as just limited compared to other cities and other states. So if you're one that doesn't plan on having a car to get around here, definitely research and look up the public transportations to make sure that it would be an option for you. You know, because if it's somewhere where you have to pick a home where you could walk to the public transportation, then you'll definitely want to do that. PalmTran is one of the public bus transportations here, and they have so many different options as far as getting around, the routes, times. So just kind of getting used to that and learning those options and routes will definitely be to your benefit if you are one that will be using public transportation to get around. But my advice would be driving, even though you will have to deal with traffic and things like that. I just feel like as far as having your own car and being able to go and come and not follow a schedule is probably best. But if you're one that is used to and better with public transportation, it is available. It's just a matter of getting to know the routes and options that we have here. All right, guys, so that's my video about 5 worst things in living Palm Beach County. Even though I'm giving you the worst reasons or worst things about living here, I absolutely love it. Clients have loved it. You kind of just adjust. As you know, change is never easy, but it is something that is possible. So if you have any questions, definitely don't hesitate to reach out, send an email, send a text, give us a call. We love hearing from you guys. And there is also that link in the description below where we can connect via Zoom and chit chat. I will catch you in the next video. Bye, guys.